Welcome, Moody. It is fantastic to speak with you this wonderful morning. It is morning for me, but it is afternoon, some semi-late afternoon for
Yeah,
you.
late afternoon for me, almost evening.
Almost evening, almost. So you're gonna be eating dinner, and after this, I'm gonna be grounding up some fantastic brekkie. I've got some waffles planned, so I know that's gonna
Oh,
be delicious. Sipping on
nice.
some
Very
coffee,
nice.
and then waffles later. So I'm excited.
I'm jealous. I'm having a salad.
Oh, that sounds like a good
Nowhere near
idea.
as good.
I think I'm gonna do avocado pasta for tonight, and I'm so
Mm.
excited. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Ooh, exciting.
so for starters, I'm gonna kind of tiptoe us into some like general VTuber centric questions, and then we're gonna kind of stair step into more about you specifically, why you decided to basically look the way that you do now, what inspired you to become a VTuber in the first place, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit more. But my
Sounds
first question
good.
for you is, who was the first VTuber you ever discovered, and what drew you to them? What drew you to their content?
I wish I could actually remember, but I do remember how I came about discovering VTubers. So
Yeah.
I actually found VTubers out from YouTube. So I was like scrolling about on
Makes sense.
YouTube. I'd seen a bunch of people using like VTuber models to create content, and they were PNG tubers actually. And I was like, this is such a cool way of making content. And I kind of dived into it a bit further and I kind of went down the rabbit hole because I was like really interested in like the tech behind it, like how does that work, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And I learned so much more about it. I learned all about the medium. I learned all about like live 2D VTubers as well as 3D VTubers. And it just kind of like I don't even know. It's like a snowball going down like a hill or something. It just like gained so much momentum. You're looking further and further into this. So I couldn't say specifically one, but I do remember that first experience of discovering VTubers and being like, oh my gosh, what is this? This is so cool.
It's like a never-ending well that you can just dive into. And even now, years in, I feel like I'm still discovering new things, new ways of presenting your avatar, and like just new styles of presentation I'm floored. Like I feel like there's still so much for me to
Exactly.
discover, which is
Oh
perfect
yeah. Oh yeah.
because I was gonna ask specifically the term VTuber. It kind of came into
Yeah.
existence like 2016, Kazuna I. It's really been more of like a colloquial term that's kind of turned into this realized definition that represents so many things. What does that
Yeah.
term VTuber mean to you?
So I think the word VTuber basically I tend to use the traditional terminology for it, right?
Mm.
Which actually was virtual YouTuber. That's like where the
Yeah.
word VTuber came from, which I find it really funny now, right? Because like there's so many VTubers on Twitch and we still use the word
Yeah,
VTuber.
yeah.
But I think it's fine and I think it's a great term. And I do think it gets misused, but I think it's okay as long as we're being like open and inviting with it and like
Mm,
accepting with it, right? Because if we're going to use the term VTuber for someone who exclusively, streams on Twitch,
right.
I think that that should then expand out to like, GIF tubers, PNG tubers, like all of that, right? We
Yeah.
shouldn't pick and choose like what it includes, is my take on it, basically.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something that we get to like choose who gets that label and who doesn't. You
Yeah.
said it earlier as like a medium, and I love that
Yeah.
turn of phrase because it really is just a funnel for creativity. And
Yeah.
I love that lens, that perspective. I
Definitely, because I know there's a lot of people that love the more they attach a lot of the meaning of VTuber to what we see in like Hollow Live and things like that, right? Where idol
Yeah.
culture is a lot more like popularized.
Mhm.
And I think it's fine, and I think that's still part of VTubing, but I think idol culture and VTubing can exist together without them being the same thing. Is like my opinion on that.
Absolutely agree. I think I like the term VTuber, but do you think it should stay, or do you think we should maybe like start maybe looking for a new term for a new generation of VTubers?
I think it's too annoyingly, I think it's too convenient to change
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because I feel like virtual content creator just does not have the same ring to it. So I
Mm-mm-mm.
feel like VTuber kind of has to stay, but I do think it's not quite right, is it? But I think it's fine. We'll be fine with it.
It's just one of those terms that's gonna grow. And
Yeah.
Zena I had it right when she found like a crispy term that worked and was all encompassing. So
Yeah.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Exactly.
We
It's
touched
part of
on
history now.
it is, it's part of history. We did touch on like kind of how you first discovered VTubing as a medium. Was that around the time that you knew you wanted yourself to become a VTuber, or did that come later?
So it kind of all happened at once. So I found VTubing during COVID, like many people.
Right.
Most people have a similar story where I was really lonely during COVID and I was really looking to throw myself into a new hobby, right? So
Mhm.
when I'm not ferrying souls, I work in influencer marketing. So it kind of makes this really interesting match with content creation, which is like quite a fun thing to explore when you're working on it from like the back end with like a bunch of influencers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I really wanted to get involved with it from that perspective. However, I am always like constantly under NDA with the kind of thing that I work on.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
becoming a VTuber kind of just like developed when I found them. And it was like a light bulb moment of being like, this is how I can create content without the worry of any clients like finding my content and being like weird about it or like worried I'm gonna break an
Hey, I
NDA at
found your
some
content
point.
on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. You got a bit scary. Like you leave a digital footprint. So I was like, this is like a great way for me to be anonymous, but still like delve into that world. And it kind of all came together in the moment that I found them. Because content creation had always been something I've been interested in because I've seen so much of it from the back end. It was like it's weird doing that for so many other people and not doing it for yourself.
Yeah,
And I
you
kind
got
of had
all
this
those
moment of being like, I
skills.
should. Exactly, exactly. So yeah, it kind of all came together at once for me, interestingly. But I feel like it was like meant to be, and that was just like the match that got lit in the moment. That was like, oh yeah, like this is it.
The stars align. That's perfect.
Yes,
That's perfect. Honestly,
exactly.
I'm right at that point where VTubing is like the intersection of all of my favorite hobbies, all of my interests, and it would just be crazy for me not to dip my toes in and just have fun with the medium.
Exactly, exactly. And it brings you so much joy and so much connection with
Mhm.
people. And I just
Mhm.
think it's like, it's such a wonderful, like, medium of creating content that I think is underexplored at this point.
Agree.
Still, to this day.
Speaking of exploration, there are still
Hmm.
some people who are just discovering VTubing in 2026 and thinking about becoming VTubers themselves. Where do you think someone should start? Like you mentioned 3D models, that's kind of where you started. 2D models is a great option. Where should someone start if they're just getting into VTubing into 2026?
Okay, so I this is maybe controversial, but this is the best advice that I can give someone who's got a lot of experience in branding and who has also done this journey before.
Mhm.
I think if you want to start VTubing in 2026, 100% you should become a gift tuber first. And the
Yeah.
reason, this is the thing, this is such a slept on approach to becoming a content creator because starting as a gift tuber allows you to like build a brand for yourself, like
Mhm.
explore what you like visually and things like that without like dunking a bunch of money on it from the get-go. But it also is really helpful in terms of like building a bunch of content creation skills because you get to focus on like being entertaining, like comedic timing, things like that, without also having to worry about puppeting your model at the same time. And I
Yes.
think it's like it's such a great way to hone your skills in creating like genuinely entertaining content and start building your audience, which to be honest is like the core of why a lot of people stay, right? They might find you because your model looks cool, but
Right.
they stay because they like the content, right? And I think building that off the bat is like really strong because then as soon as you get the model, you're just like good to go basically.
Yes. Yes. And that's one of those things where being entertaining in that sense, also like constantly entertaining a stream, not leaving any dead space, that's like a
Yeah.
muscle you have to develop over time. And it's not something that immediately comes naturally. And even for the most charismatic of people, like it's something that you really have to build and work at till it really becomes second nature and it flows.
Yeah, 100%. It's it's
Mhm.
it's like it's basically like a weird niche form of improv. And I
Yeah.
feel like it takes a while of like getting used to that. Like I still don't think I really came into my own with it until I was like maybe like 2.5 years into my content journey. Like it
Mhm.
took me a while to get to the point where I am, where I can just like yap and have conversations like off rip. It took me a while to get there.
That's actually perfect because I wanted to stair step into your history as well. Now you don't have to
Yeah.
reveal anything about prior lives or any prior identities, but you also mentioned before, you're already involved in social media marketing in your IRL activities, and that blended so perfectly into supporting your virtual identity and your branding. Did you already have like a background in content creation before that? Like, were you already kind of working on content? Maybe not with a VTuber persona, but just kind of in general. Do you have a history in that?
Yeah, so my background was kind of weird. I used to make a lot of content for other people. So
Mm.
very early on in my career, I made content for a lot of really large like social media publishers who were like at the time when I was doing
Mm.
this, like Facebook's bulk. Oh my God, I can't say it. Facebook was really big.
Yeah.
TikTok was like just really like coming into its own, like over like in the UK and things like that. So I was making a bunch of content for those platforms, but not with myself in it. So it would be like filming other people. It would be like taking things they'd filmed and editing it and putting that online. I also did a bit of producing, ironically, live streams for like brands. So I'd like
Cool.
plan out a whole like 2 3 hour live stream. Let's say it was like Nike. I haven't done one for them, but Nike, hit me up if you want. But I would like Nike, for example, might come to me and be like, "Hey, we've got like a new trainer launch. Like, can you do us a live stream for that?" And I'd like come up with a concept for like 2 hours worth of entertainment on like whatever platform they were using. So like TikTok was a really popular one.
Yeah.
So that was really fun, and that obviously gave me like a really strong background in understanding like how do I keep an audience engaged in a live stream setting. So that's kind of where my content creation started. But I literally only started creating content for myself when I became a VTuber. Like it was all for other people before that.
And it's such a perfect funnel. Oh my goodness. And the
Yeah,
ability to create like that branding that develops almost naturally as you are creating that content. You mentioned the gift
exactly.
tubers. That's a perfect place to start, and just letting that kind
Yeah,
of evolve naturally. And I was looking at some of your history, of course, your
yeah,
1.0, and then before that even, it looks like such a natural stair-stepping evolution. You can at a glance just
yes.
kind of like look at your timeline and be like, "Oh my gosh, this person is just growing and building into their own and finding their niche and deciding where they want to their content to land." And that's so cool. I love seeing those
Oh.
developments.
I'm so glad it looks like that because I've like been trying so hard and like really focusing on like honing my own like skills and
Yeah.
honing what people are watching and what I'm like known for. So it's like it's very touching to know that that is coming across.
I definitely think so. I definitely think so. I'm one of those people that's like kind of self-conscious about like, oh, what does somebody think about me when they go to like my Twitter feed, for example? And they just kind of
Yes.
scroll a little bit. What do they think about me? And I'm like, I always want to make sure I have enough there that they can see who I am, but also what I'm interested in. It's a hard
Yeah.
balance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It takes a lot of like getting used to. And just a lot of looking at numbers, honestly. It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
really soulless, but genuinely, like you have to look at the numbers so much to like understand what your audience is engaging with and what they're not. And that is just yeah, it's so soulless, but it's so necessary.
That's a great segue. What kind of platform do you prefer for like looking at the numbers? I know we have YouTube analytics, Twitch analytics, some external software such as Stream Charts, Stream Data.
Yes.
What's your preferred?
So I generally use YouTube's built-in analytics, Twitch's
Hmm.
built-in analytics, and then the other platform. I don't bother with Twitter. I'm just gonna be honest. The Twitter ones are they're not good.
Yeah, no, there's too many bots on the platform, but you didn't hear it
So
from me.
bad. They're not good. That's terrible. The other platform I use is Twitch Tracker. I find that that's quite a
Yeah.
useful platform for like getting a good overview of like how things went on your stream. It's a good overview of like what games were performing well over time and things like that.
Mhm.
So I think Twitch Tracker is quite a good one. I'm trying to think what else I use. Um what other platforms am I on at the moment? The TikTok analytics is pretty good as well. I'm going to be honest, like a lot of the data that you can get is on the platforms themselves. It's just understanding how to analyze that data that gives you like the edge. Because I think a lot of people, like say you'll look at a stream, for example, and they'll go on it and they'll look at like, what was my average viewers like this stream? And it's like
Mm.
average viewers is important if you're trying to go for like partner. But if you're
Right,
like
right.
not trying to go for partner, it's like you should be looking at like chatters, for example. Like, how do I get my, especially with the new way that Twitch is working, where it's like they want people talking in the chat and like they're boosting a lot of channels that have people in there and have people engaging. You should be looking at that and you should be like, how do I get people to chat more? How do I get them to engage with me more? That because that's more entertaining content when they're more involved with it and they're able to like discuss things. Very difficult if you've got a lurker audience, I will say.
Yep, yep, yep.
Don't push them because I know I have a lot of art friends who have like very lurk heavy audiences. And
Mhm.
again, look at a different metric. Like the metric for chat might not be for you if you have an audience that's there to like relax and watch you like create something beautiful. Then you should maybe think about like, oh, what redeems can I make instead? And like, how can I take a
Yeah.
look at how often these redeems are being done and things like that, right? It's all very tailored. It's all very tailored into like what your goal is and what your audience is and what content you're making.
Yeah, kind of like addressing what your niche is and then deciding, okay, well, you mentioned art focused
Yeah,
channels. Like, okay, well, maybe I have a little bit lower energy, a little bit lower engagement. So maybe just something that allows people to kind of check in every now and again or have some fun interactions with my model. Just so that way I know they're there. They know that I'm like paying attention to their interactions and garnering engagement that way. Kind of meeting your audience where they're at
exactly.
almost.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's important. Like knowing your audience is like one of the key ways to grow as a creator. Like understanding them and what they want, and understanding your target audience is the other thing as well. I
Yeah.
went through like a whole phase of like shifting my target audience. And I won't go into this too much because I know that you probably have a question on it. But when I originally had like my 1.0 and then I moved to the 2.0, there was like a bit of an audience shift happening there. And don't
Oh.
get me wrong, I've retained a lot of people because I
Mhm.
thought about it a lot when I did it, but also it was the idea of like, right, well, who am I actually trying to target and what am I trying to move away from? And then it was like tailoring everything to like kind of meet that. So it's a bit of a process, but I think everyone can do it. Everyone should have confidence in themselves in doing that. It's always
Absolutely.
doable.
Now, I am excited to kind of get into the meat and potatoes of a little bit about you specifically and some of the choices that you made. But I first
Yeah.
wanted to ask, are there any like fun recent changes or life developments that you would like to share with us? Anything that you're excited about?
Yes. So a huge one. I actually moved like properly to Germany a couple of weeks ago.
Woo!
So yes, it's finally happened. Like people who have been with me for a while or have like been following my journey will know that I have been basically traveling back and forth between the UK and Germany every 6 weeks and
Oh,
streaming, yeah, from each location like every 6 weeks. And it was a lot. It was very challenging. But I finally don't have to do that anymore, which is great. And I'm really excited to finally have just one computer with everything on it rather than having to
yes.
rebuild like every 6 weeks because like something hasn't come across properly. So that's quite a huge one. That's quite a big life update. This is the first time I've like moved to a country that's not my home country. So yeah, very, very big for me.
It's a tangential question, but is it true
Yeah.
that in Germany the walls are like mega thick?
You know what? I need to look into that more. I feel like it's interesting because I'm in an apartment building at the moment, right? And
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like you don't hear a lot apartment to apartment,
Mhm.
but for some reason the door insulation is just like ass. Like I can hear everything in the hallway, but like nothing in the apartments next to me. And it's like, how did you not
Fascinating.
think to do that? Like, it's so odd.
The casual, when we used to see on YouTube, people would have like that soundproofing on the back of their door.
Yes. Yes.
You invite people over. Why is there soundproofing on your front door? No reason. No, 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 no reason. No reason.
Don't worry
Don't
about
ask
it.
about that.
Not doing anything weird, promise.
So the curse has been lifted. You are no longer
Yes.
forced to spend half your time in the UK and Germany. You are 100% in Germany and living your best life.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And I'm so glad. This was such a long time coming. And I was just really scared to make the move because, like, I don't speak German fluently. So I've been like really frightened to like go to Germany and then like try and do my influencer marketing side of what I do when I'm not
Yeah.
ferrying souls like in a different language. So that's going to be challenging. That starts actually probably when this comes out. Like 1st of April is when I start doing that. So I'll keep you updated on how that
I would
goes.
love
Could
to
be
hear about
horrific.
that. Oh my goodness. I'm rooting for you, and I
Thank
know that
you.
they're gonna value your perspective because you're gonna have so many different perspectives from somebody who's gonna be maybe just solely from Germany, and you're gonna have that ability
Yeah.
to cross barriers, to cross rivers even.
Exactly. Well, there you go. There you go.
Perfect
I love
segue,
it.
because I was gonna ask, for how long have you been a ferrywoman of the River Styx? So, I mean,
Mm.
technically, you may have been of various iterations of your
Hmm.
current persona, but like, how long has that been going on? For how long have you been kind of streaming and doing these activities?
Yeah, so some would say I've been the ferrywoman for 2 years, but I actually started streaming. I think it's coming up for 5 years when we get
5
to
years.
July, I think it is. Yeah, I've been streaming for a long time. It was very on and off, don't get me wrong. Like when I first
Mhm.
started out, I was just streaming randomly, just like randomly turning the stream on and going live. And I had big periods where I wouldn't like consistently stream.
Right, right.
But yeah, this journey started like almost 5 years ago for me now. Like 4.5, 5 years. When's July?
That's
Almost
incredible.
5 years.
We got like 1 or 2 months before we're really kind of getting into
Yeah.
that into the season for your anniversary. But that's gonna be a fun one, a 5 year
Yeah. I can't wait.
anniversary. Oh my goodness! I'll ask you a little bit later if you have any fun things that you wanted to announce that are
Yeah.
upcoming. So we're gonna come back to that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm excited.
Now, I wanted to ask. This is kind of like a little lore centric, but as the fairy woman, do you report directly to a boss? And is that boss, is it the Hades? Like, do you report directly to
Yes.
Hades?
Oh yes, it is the Hades.
The
He does
Hades?
tend the one and only. He does tend to leave me to my business a lot of the time because he's got other stuff to deal with,
A
And as
very
long as the
offhands or hands off
I
boss.
know exactly. Yeah, he's busy. He's got loads going on. He's got a lot to rule over.
He's got a big
So
staff, a lot,
yeah,
lot of layers to worry about.
he'll pass on a message if he needs to. But yeah, he generally tends to like leave me to my business. As long as the souls are coming, he's like fine with it.
As long as the flow is happening, you're left to your own devices. You can run your own department.
Exactly. It does mean virtually no time off, which isn't was a big downside. But I mean, we're in the underworld, you can't have it all.
Yeah, it's a 24/7 gig. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to do it.
Exactly. How did you end up deciding on the name, or deciding on this as your profession, Charon, to be the fairy woman for souls? How did that end up coming to fruition?
Yeah, so I originally actually started out streaming as someone called Moody Goth GF. So this was like terrible
Tangential?
name.
That's like
Oh
almost
yeah.
1 to 1.
Actually embarrassing username territory. Okay, this was before I was Karen. I was a bit of a memer back in the day, if you couldn't tell. But I very quickly realized, maybe in my internet innocence, that a name like that kind of can attract a certain audience. So over time, I realized that it might be time to rebrand a little bit because I wouldn't necessarily say I'm family friendly, but
Right,
I
right,
would
right.
say that I'm like, I don't really delve in a lot of like the sexual side of things that other creators
Right, right,
do.
right, right.
Each to their own. Get your bag. I can't do it. I don't have it in me to do that. I
I'm
get
here
too
for fun and
embarrassed too quickly.
vibes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just here for a good time, I'm here to chill. So I realized I kind of needed to rebrand a little bit if I wanted to move away from that. And I also had like a very classic sort of like devil persona when I
Mhm,
started
mhm.
out. So I'd been kind of like thinking about what I wanted to do. And at the time, I was actually facing a bunch of like medical issues. It was like an absolute nightmare. It was ridiculous. It's like some of the rarest shit ever as well. It was ridiculous. But basically, I almost met the fairy lady a few times. And I kind of
Same.
realized that this felt like a bit of a natural transition from like my underworld theming into something a little bit more meaningful and something that meant
Yeah.
a little bit more to me. So it kind of like it came about naturally through like a series of events, I would say.
Well, and then with your background of having been basically being between worlds for so
Yeah.
long, like I can't think of a better thematic fit, honestly. Like that
Oh
comes
yeah.
back down to exactly what you were saying with just like start doing it and your branding and your identity will evolve naturally with who you
Yeah.
are and the kinds of things that you want to include into your brand and your content. Like that's
Exactly.
you're
It's a
basically the
journey,
poster
isn't
child
it?
for that.
It is such a journey. I think that's the thing. Like people get a little bit scared about starting out. And it's really funny because I remember I was saying to you right before this that I was like, I don't know if I want to start on this until it's perfect. But
Right, right,
like
right.
that mentality is what like holds you back, right? Ironically, I'm now preaching this. But I think it's just like you should just get out there, like find something fun, find something that interests you. Get out there, give it a try, and then like
Mhm.
rebranding is fine. If you get a little bit further down the line and you go, you know what, I want to switch it up a little bit, that's absolutely fine, and you've learned from that process, and the next time you do it, it's going to be even better. So I think get out there. I'm all for people just kind of diving in and getting involved.
Absolutely. And it's a great opportunity for a fun stream event, just saying, just saying.
Exactly, exactly. We love it. We love a good debut.
A good debut. See, you're setting me up for the segues perfectly because my next question was going to be if you could receive a new outfit like with the snap of your fingers, what would it be and why?
Yes. Okay. So I am a bit of a goober, but I also love anything with a big hat. So I have been playing around with the idea for quite a while of like a gondola style fit, like a
Oh,
gondola like row, because I think it fits the boat so well. I can have fun
yeah.
with the hat on it. And it's also just like it still fits the theming, but it's like a fun twist on it. Like way back,
Yeah.
I did my first ever outfit on my 1.0 model was an afterlife guard outfit, and I loved it. It was like just the right amount of dad joke but also still fitting to the theming that I was like, this is so good. And I want to make that work in some way with this new model because I think it fits a lot of that like silly kind of goobery like
Yeah.
style of outfit and style of theming really well. I've got to pinpoint it though. I'm going to find a way to do that at some point.
In my head, I'm envisioning like one of those, like the classic dad pullover shirt where it's like the collar and the print,
Yes, yes, I love
paired with a
it. I
good wide
love
brim
it.
hat.
Yes. I need it. I need more hats.
Oh, your mascot and companion Orthus. He's kind of stair stepping his way in, but we see him in some of your promotional material, and you announced you had a VTuber versus mascot post recently. I want to
Oh
say
yeah.
like either last month or this month, and
Yeah.
I think he's adorable. Oh my goodness, he's
Yes.
absolutely adorable. How did he come to find himself in your company?
He's just a little guy. He's so cute.
He's a little
So I
baby.
yeah, exactly. I like found him kind of like ferrying around in the underworld and he was just kind of like chilling, but also, when someone just seems really like fed up, he was kind of in that state, but he wasn't like it wasn't fussed. He wasn't fussed. And originally, I decided I wasn't going to pick him up because, well, law about me, I do not like cats. I am not a cat person. So I was like, I don't know about this. I'm gonna go on my way and maybe I'll see what's going on later. And as I go back past, I see he's still there. And I kind of realized that like he was alone, just like I was alone. So I
Yeah.
eventually let him aboard. And he's been nothing but trouble since, but he is very cute.
Well, that's kind of like how cats work is like you're never really ready for the cat and it just kind of interjects
Yes.
itself in your life and you're like, "Well, you know what? We can kind of go the same direction for a while." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, join me.
Yes. I've heard that story so many times from people that have cats. It's so cute.
The cat delivery service that happens. Oh, there's a cat on my front door. Well, I mean, I guess I'm a cat owner now.
Yeah. If I have to.
I mean, if I gotta.
I
So
love it. I love it.
that is exactly the kind of vibe that we are stepping into next because your overall vibe underworld um,
Yes.
goth, that is really perfect with the kind of video games that you tend to play on stream, kind of more horror adjacent. What are some of your favorite video games that you've been playing recently? It can be a part of that genre or different. Just I want to know about what you are really enjoying recently.
Yeah, so recently, I finished Reanimal actually, and I love that. Have
Ooh,
you seen that game? It's gorgeous.
I have. I've not played it. I think I even bought it because it looked so appealing to me, but I really think the visuals in that game are super cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. And I'm usually not actually a fan of co-op games like that because
Mhm.
I'm just like mega boomer. I just really struggle with games that have like top-down elements to them
Yeah.
because I always like lose track of my character and my attention span is like really short. So I'm just like, what's going on?
There's so much
But
information.
yeah, there's too much happening right now.
Me when I
But
play
I
League for the
love
first time,
it.
you know.
Oh my, don't. I had people trying to get me into League for so long. It literally took them forever because I was just like, what is going on? Like, there's so much happening on this screen. Like, how do you play this? I still play with lock camera, by the way. That's a reference for anyone that plays League. It's
Yeah, yeah,
disgraceful. I
yeah.
can't play without lock camera. It's terrible. But
I won't lie. When I first started playing, I didn't know you could lock the camera, so I was moving the camera manually. That's a different kind of cursed, but
yeah, oh my, I was gonna, at least that probably taught you how to move the camera though, because I got started out in lock camera, so then moving away from it
yeah,
was like, oh my, why would I ever do that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
awful.
I
It's
I
terrible.
I'm from a different time. I think I started playing in 2014. I'm kind of sober now. It's League is not really a part of my life right now.
Sober.
It's
I
just such a
love
time
that.
sink. Like,
It
I'm so the
is.
queen.
Oh my gosh, it genuinely is. It's the like the match is like 45 minutes long sometimes. It's like,
Oh
oh
my
my gosh.
gosh. And it's
Honestly. But
fun.
yeah.
But like
Yeah, it's a
suddenly you play
fun
two
game.
games and you started playing at 1 o'clock and now it's 6 and you're like, whoa, 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 I got stuff to do.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly. And I have such a problem as well with like, I have a really addictive personality when it comes to games, which is
Yep.
funny because like a lot of the stuff that you'll see me play on stream is like all the stuff that I actually really want to play, but I will not play on my own because I'm too scared to play on my own, I will say, because I play a lot of horror. But also, I am so addicted to like other stuff that I just can't stop myself playing the other games.
Yep.
So I never get to play all this cool stuff. And that's like, this is like the whole thing with like me playing stuff on stream. It's just like, I will not play this on my own and I really want to play it. It's ridiculous. But that's how I ended up playing Reanimal because I was just like, this looks so gorgeous. Like I'd never played anything by the creators of that game because they made Little Nightmares as well, from what I've been told.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that always looked really cool to me, but I'd never played it. So I was like, oh, I really want to get into it. And then I finally had the opportunity and I played that and I loved it. It was gorgeous. There were like genuinely like horrifying moments in it as well. It was great. And then the other one I think I picked up recently that like I actually did get addicted to on stream and it was a problem is I started playing No, I'm Not a Human. Do you remember
Oh, I've
that
heard of
game? It's
that.
like
I've heard of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it got really popular like end of last year, I think it was. And it's probably still my like favorite recent horror game. I just love stuff like that. I get so
Mhm.
addicted to stuff where you can do like multiple different runs of it and have different
Yes.
outcomes out of the run. That is just like a trap for me. I will get addicted and I will not stop.
Yes, roguelites are definitely one of my favorite types of genre. It's just a great umbrella genre.
Yes.
Um,
Wait, are you playing Slay the Spire 2 at the minute?
oh my gosh, it's on my list. I have a rule for
Ah,
myself that I can't play more than 3 games at a time because otherwise
yes.
I'll just start all the games and I'll have a million games downloaded on my
Yes.
computer and I'm like, well, what do I play? There's so many
Yeah, I
games to play.
can't. That's the current game that is meaning I'm not getting anything done at the minute. It's because I can't stop playing Slay the Spire 2. It's so bad.
I
I
think I'm gonna
love
do
that game.
Celeste next and then Slay the Spire, but
Ooh.
right now I'm chunking through what's it called? Crying Suns. It's like
Ooh, interesting.
not necessarily an auto battler, but it's like you're going through space and you're exploring the story, why you kind of are in the situation that you're in. It's so hard to say anything about
Mm.
it without spoiling it. But
Oh
you're
gosh, I
you're
know.
a
I know the
clone.
feeling.
You're a clone
Mm.
and you get dropped into like a dystopian galactic empire that's falling apart and
Oh.
your task is to either save it or figure out why it's crumbling and oh my gosh, it's exactly one of those. It's a roguelite, so you can keep playing it, you can die
Oh
and
no.
respawn. Perfect thematic, and that's my game for when I'm
Oh
at
gosh.
home. It's late at night and I'm like, I don't want to play anything really crazy. Oh, Crying Suns. What a great idea. Yeah.
Could play that multiple times. I love it. That sounds really addictive. Oh my gosh.
That and Balatro, but Balatro is
Oh no,
it's
don't.
yeah, I know.
I
I
got
know.
so addicted to that as well. You know what? I held off playing that for so long because I knew I was going to get really addicted to it. And then I
Same.
caved. I caved at some point, and I played it for like 3-4 days straight. And I was like, I have to stop. I have to stop. This is so bad. Like
I
I
didn't let
have to
myself
stop.
download it on my computer because I know it would be so bad for me. So it's only on
Yeah.
my phone. And on the bright side, it has like replaced some of my doom scrolling. So
Okay, that's
that's a
not bad.
positive. That's a positive. But
Yeah.
I have unlocked almost everything in Balatro. I have like
Oh no.
so few things left to unlock. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want
Oh
to show
no.
anybody this because they're gonna be like, "What are you doing with your life?"
What is this? You should have kept this to yourself. I love it. I love it. I love it. The
It's always
shame.
the coworkers, and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I spent a few hours in this." And they're like, "How much time do you have?" And I'm like,
Oh my god. No, you know what? That's the worst thing though. And you've probably experienced this, right? As
oh,
someone who like plays games online, when someone's like, "Oh, what'd you do at the weekend?" and you're
yeah.
like, "How do I explain this without sounding just like I have no life?" Like I'm just inside playing like Balatro consistently for the whole weekend. It's like I don't know how to explain this to someone without sounding weird.
How do I tell them about my likes and dislikes without them thinking
Yeah,
that I spend every second in front of my computer? Because I do, but no.
exactly. But I don't need them to know that, you know? It's
I'm
like, oh, I went
social.
on a
I
nice
touch
walk.
grass once a week.
Literally, it's so hard. And it's so obvious as well whenever I try and say something. I'm like, I went to a cafe. And it's like, yeah, most people go to the cafe on the weekend. Like, what do you mean? I just don't have anything to say other than I gamed and I maybe went to a cafe.
That is, Moody, I'm telling you, you are just like teeing me up for these segues. I cannot explain how perfect it is because my next
Oh my
question was literally going
gosh.
to be, what is your cafe order? I'm a barista, so
Oh,
it's
oh
that's my
yeah.
day job.
Love. Okay,
So
love.
that's interesting to me is because I like to know what people's typical cafe orders are. Personally, I'm a coffee
Yes.
person. Not everybody
Okay.
is, but I'd love to hear what your order is.
Yes. So I'm quite the tea gal when I'm at home,
Makes
but
sense.
when I
Makes
go
sense.
and like get a drink out, I want something a bit like fancy, right? And something a bit
Yeah.
special. So I recently have been getting quite into matcha, but I'm getting the thing, this sounds so basic, but I really like iced matcha specifically. So I've been like
Yes.
trying out a bunch of different matchas. I've been learning about all these people that use syrups instead of like actually doing the proper matcha and like all that stuff. So that's been interesting.
Fascinating.
But I'll say before I got on the trends, I did used to be an iced chai like girly. I love an iced chai. It's gorgeous.
Nice try train. I get it. I get it. I did 5 years at the Green Coffee Company, the one that shall not be
Mm.
named,
Oh
and
yes.
oh my goodness, so many Franken beverages. I was the type of person that
Really?
like got to the point where I was like, okay, I've had everything on the menu. I'm just gonna start making random stuff, like see what tastes good. Once I put like a brownie in the blender. I don't have a blender where I work at now, but like we put a brownie in the blender and made like a frappuccino with a whole brownie in it.
Oh,
Oh my
that sounds
god.
so good.
Oh my gosh. I
Oh
think
my
I gained like
gosh.
10 pounds working there, but
That's the thing though, isn't it? Because like all these drinks have so many calories in them and you don't
oh my
realize
gosh. Yeah.
like it's I have to like stop myself a lot of the time because I'm
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I never have matcha on my own because I'm when I make it, it tastes fucking disgusting. Okay, I'm not a professional, but when I go and get it and it tastes really good, I'm like, oh, I just really want another, but I like need to not do this because it's just
Yeah.
gonna be like
Like just
300
inject this
calories
into
or
my
something.
veins, please. Just make
Yeah.
me like 100% matcha and I'll be happy.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh
I've
my
been on a
gosh.
cold foam kick. If you haven't done cold
Ooh.
foam on a matcha, I've been vibing with a classic strawberry cold foam on a matcha.
Oh, that
Not too
sounds good.
crazy, not too sweet. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to try that out. I'll try and order that next time I
Would
go.
definitely recommend it. Would definitely recommend it. Are you
That
more of
sounds
a sweet or
delicious.
savory person, speaking of?
Okay, so I love both sweet and savory, but I'm actually a fiend for the salty sweet combo. Like I
Ooh,
couldn't
yeah.
exactly. So like I love it when both of those come together. So I will go like crazy over like a chocolate covered salted pretzel, right? Like I like the really salty flavor with like chocolate and things like that, or like salt. I don't like salted caramel though. I will say I feel like salted caramel is
Interesting.
so
Interesting.
ass. Like, sorry to all the salted caramel lovers. It used to be really good. I remember when it was good, but I feel like now they just like whatever they're doing with it just makes it taste like chemicals, and I hate it now.
Fascinating.
I used
Maybe
to
it's
love
something to do
it.
about the caramel because I kind of feel that vibe
Yeah,
too. I just not really been on caramel. Like every time I try it,
yeah.
I'm just like,
I don't know what is
it's just
going
not that
on.
great.
Yeah, it doesn't taste the same as it used to. But yeah, I don't know if I'd say I have a specific salty or sweet favorite, but the combo of both, like together, again, like I'm trying to think what else I like. I like chocolate covered pretzels. I am like
Ooh.
obsessed with like sweet. This sounds really weird. I really like sweet like meat with stuff. So like a
I
honey
get it
glaze on
though. I get
something.
it
You know what I
though.
mean? I love stuff like that. Like I'm obsessed with it. Like sweet and sour is like one of my favorite like flavor combinations like ever. So stuff like that I'm obsessed with.
I totally understand. Your favorite holiday, does that kind of
Yes.
coincide with like some of your trips out to the cafe, get like a seasonal beverage? What is your favorite
Well,
holiday, speaking of?
actually this does coincide. This is crazy. Now that you've said that, this actually does coincide with that. So it's going to sound really cliche, but my favorite holiday was when I went to Japan. I
Yeah.
was lucky enough to travel there when I was quite a bit younger, and it's actually where I had my first ever matcha, and it was amazing. So that is kind of what triggered like the matcha lover in me. But I just like never followed it up until matcha got like really popular again in
Yeah.
the UK. But it was like it was so good. Like I love going on trips that are like a culture shock, but that are a
Yes.
culture shock in a way that has like guardrails, for example. So like
Mhm.
going to because I went to Japan, I went all over Japan, I traveled everywhere, but I started out in like the big cities. So I did a bit of Kyoto, I did
Yeah.
Tokyo, I did Osaka, and I feel like it was so crazy just like seeing how different it is over there and how different everything works. But at the same time, you have that guardrail of like being in a big city. So,
Mhm.
like, if
Mhm.
you struggle to communicate or you get lost or things like that, it's like not too scary trying to find your way back. So, for me, that was like super refreshing because I traveled a fair bit when I was younger as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I went to a lot of places where I wouldn't speak the language and there would be like no guardrail. So, like, I went to Morocco, for example, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Oh.
But whenever anyone was trying to interact with me and I wanted to go somewhere, it was just like, it's not their fault. It's my fault for being like an ignorant tourist. But like, I just could not communicate with people. And I was like, I'm having a really good time, but I feel like I'm trapped by the lack of my own like communication skills to do
Right.
all the cool things that are here that I could be doing, right? So it always felt like a little bit like I was missing out. And in Japan, I didn't feel that way because I learned like a little bit of Japanese before I went,
Yeah.
and like I learned enough to get me around. And like there's a good level of like English there in the big cities, as there are in a lot of places, right? Where you travel, if you go to like a big city or something that has a different main language, they usually
Yeah.
have a lot
Yeah.
of English
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So I really enjoyed it, and I always recommend Japan to like a lot of people, especially if you're in America, because it's a lot closer for people in
Yeah. Yeah.
America than the UK. But like, I really recommend it because it is like it's a really great holiday of having an experience that feels so different from your own, yet also feeling comfortable in that experience and feeling like safe to explore and not worry about necessarily getting like really lost or like in a pickle or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, and well, now we live in the age of Google and Apple Maps, and that is
Yes.
so helpful. Oh
Yes.
my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. I remember as well, like now you can use your phone and use like Google Translate on it, and now it's really good. Back then, it was not that
I
good. So I
remember the
was like
days when it was
struggling.
absolute dog water.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But no, it's great now. And now people have like Ray-Bans that can translate stuff as you like see it, which is just like,
Yeah, like the
where can
lens
I get
glasses.
these?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, to get a pair of those, go wherever you want, guys. Like, go travel. Get like Ray-Bans or something. Get those like ear. You can get like AirPod kind of things now that translate as people speak to you as well.
That's so
Get some of those.
cool. Oh my
Yeah, go
goodness.
exploring. Go to like Bali or something. It's probably gorgeous. Like go explore.
Oh my goodness. I would kill for an authentic cup of coffee in Bali right now. Oh my
Oh, it'd be
goodness.
so good. It'd be so good, man.
I
Oh
might have
my
to go to the
gosh.
cafe and get myself a coffee after this.
Yes.
And maybe a pistachio croissant. That's been my guilty pleasure recently. The place that's right near
Oh my
me. Oh
gosh.
my
I
goodness.
love anything with pistachio
Pistachio.
cream. I go kind of crazy over.
Yes. I need a syrup.
So
I
good.
need a pistachio syrup. Like
They never taste good though. I've had pistachio syrups before and they taste so chemically.
they
It's
really
so
do.
disappointing.
I will
I don't
say
know what they're doing.
I feel like they're just trying to add too much to it. Like just let
Yeah.
it be light and
Yeah.
natural, and it doesn't have to be super flavor powerful. Like just
Exactly.
let it be chill. Like the
Let it do
same
its
problem with
thing.
lavender syrups I've found. Like
Yes.
like lavender
Yes.
syrup will taste like an essential oil extract, and I'm like, "Ew,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
really
like,
like
why?
this." Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't need to
it's
be
too
crazy.
much.
Just give me a light little flavor add in so I can taste the essence.
Exactly. Subtle. Subtle. We love it.
Okay, fun questions. What is your all-time favorite meme?
Ooh, okay. Oh, fuck. What would I choose? I don't know if I have a specific one, but I will say any meme involving Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny is
Yeah,
pure gold to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I love Danny DeVito. Like, he is everything. I love him. Like, most memes with him in, I will massively appreciate. I love them.
Oh, I'm actually rewatching Sunny in Philadelphia right now, and so many fantastic moments. And it makes me want to
Yeah.
go like find the actors and other things so I can just get more
Yeah.
appreciation of them. But that's a good
Yeah,
one.
they're
That's a good
everywhere
pick.
now.
That's a good pick. There are so many great
100%.
moments with Frank. So I mean
Yes.
it's like
He's
it's like
everything.
the oh my gosh, Leonardo DiCaprio effect. No matter what situation, there's a meme for the situation.
Yes. I love it. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I
Okay.
love the ones of him in the art gallery as well. They're my
Yes,
favorite. I
yes,
can't
yes,
remember what his
yes.
character was called, but with the weird like white wig that was like it was it looked like a frisbee. Like I don't know what was going on with it, but it was great.
I think the Charlie memes tend to be my favorite just because he's such like an erratic
Yes.
character. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but like the fact that they have
He's
him
so
hunting
good.
rats in the basement, I
You know what? Actually, this is a piece of IRL lore of mine.
yeah.
Before I moved to Germany, I gave my brother a poster set of. Do you know that episode of Always Sunny where Charlie is sitting across in a restaurant from Mac, and they're looking at each other from across the restaurant? I got him two posters of that and framed them. One of Charlie looking at Mac and the other one of Mac looking at Charlie, and then like gave
Please
him
tell me
them so
they're
he
like
could
on
put them on the
opposite
wall.
walls. Like
Yes, yes. It's so good. He loves it. He's a huge Always Sunny fan, so he absolutely loved it.
oh, that's fantastic. I'm actually gonna steal my partner's Patty's shirt today because I worked later this
Yes.
evening and I have green shirts, but like why would I not take the opportunity to wear the Patty shirt? Like
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that.
oh, this has been an absolute dream, and we're actually at the tail end. It's my last question to ask is
Yeah.
what would you like to share or announce during this interview that's upcoming? I know you just had your recent 2.0. We're getting to see all the glory here right now, and it is
Hmm.
amazing. But do you
Oh,
have
thank
anything else
you.
upcoming that you'd like to share, maybe? I know you said your anniversary's coming up. Maybe we can
Yes.
look back to that.
Yeah. So it is. So with the recent move to Germany, I am going to be taking a little Twitch hiatus soon.
Hmm hmm
So I actually have to do it. I don't have a choice. Like, it's not optional. I can't do it because I'm on a work visa here, and they're very strict with like earning
Right,
money from other sources.
right, right, right.
So I'm taking a little bit of a Twitch hiatus soon, but it means I'm going to be making a really big push on YouTube this year. So I've recently started an SCP podcast. First episode will be releasing this week.
Cool.
So by the time this comes out, there should be like 2 episodes going,
Oh my
which is really
gosh.
exciting. Yeah, and it has guests on it. Oh my god, I'm knocking things over. It has
The
guests on
excitement
it.
is measurable.
Oh. Yeah, I invite like a guest on every week. So we'll be like talking about SCPs and trying to like solve like hypothetical scenarios with it.
Cool.
Our first episode is about an SCP called the Clockworks, and I've worked it in to see how it can help us
Clockworks.
save Punch the Monkey. We're doing lots of weird stuff on it, but go check that out. And also, when I come back and I'm finally back from the Twitch hiatus, which should be about 3 months, I'm thinking,
Right.
keep your eyes peeled for a summer outfit debut as part of my return stream and my
Yes.
anniversary. So that's going to be really sick. And it's with the exact same model designer and the exact same artist, Steele, who created the art for my model and did the rigging. Yes. So it's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. We've got big plans for it.
I'm so excited and I absolutely love how he brought your model to life. I like, oh my gosh, my stomach like fell out of my body the first time I was like on his stream because he streams at such a late time for me because
Yeah,
I'm
he's
West Coast.
Australian.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like he was a close up and he was working on your model and I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize this. Wait a minute. Is this Moody? Wha-
It was so funny. It was so funny because like I would go in his stream and I'd
Yeah,
see people who I'd like loosely like met before,
yeah.
and they'd be like, "Why does this look so familiar? Like this
Where have
person,
I
who
seen
is this?"
this?
It was so funny. But it's literally like a match made in heaven because he's so good at like more cartoony kind of style
Yes.
models. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was going for with this. So he just did an incredible job putting everything together from like the art all the way through to the way it's rigged. Like it's rigged super cartoony as well, which I just love. It's
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
He's the best artist I could have asked for to do this, honestly. Him and
Seriously.
Nui, who did my character design, they
Yes.
work so well together. Like both of them, like match made in heaven.
And in the VOD, I'll definitely make sure to pull them up on screen because I think that they're two incredible individuals. I'm definitely more familiar with Steel because that's somebody
Yeah.
I actually already knew beforehand. But I'm going to
Yeah.
be going and taking a look at your concept artist because I definitely want to dive in and
Yes.
learn a little bit more.
Yeah, she's so good. I highly recommend her. Again, she has like a slightly more cartoonish style.
Mhm,
Great
mhm.
for anyone who's like leaning in that direction.
But it was perfect for your model execution, and I love seeing
Yes.
styles that fall outside of what is the typical like Hololive, Nichisanji, classic anime
Yeah.
style. I love to see people pushing those boundaries and exploring other styles to express
Yeah.
their content creation and their brand and their style. And it's opening up the doors to a whole new world that we haven't even like laid eyes on, and I just can't wait to see if this is the beginning. What's gonna keep happening? Like, who else is gonna come along and absolutely like pull the rug
Exactly.
out from under us and be like, you thought this was the ceiling? Well, the ceiling's raised higher now.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't wait, man. I love models that like break the mold and like go in a different
yes,
direction. I think we're about to see some really cool stuff soon from a lot of people,
yeah,
and
I've been
I'm
seeing some
excited.
teasers on Twitter every now and again. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what this person has got cooking up.
Yeah. Exactly. I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was an absolute dream and it was a wonderful day for me to start my day cuz I'm going to go and get some calf in me after this and it's going to be
Yeah.
a fantastic day and I hope that you are going to have a great evening over there in Germany.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, have a great rest of your day and thank you so much for inviting me. This has been so much fun. I appreciate it.
You too. Thank you so much.